Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Avernum 2. Last episode we made it to the Council of the Venati and spoke with them. Finally they learned that there are two tribes of humans, as they would know them, Avernum and the Empire, and it's most likely that the Empire is the one who took their crystal souls, which is why they were so pissed. So they've actually managed to remove the barriers around Avernum. We can head back up to Avernum now, but first I want to take a look at what's in this cave. It's one of the last things we can see in the demo area. I want to take a look. Light. Let's see. Tomb of Draglavius and Orita. Robbers will obtain our curse and their crystals will shatter. Okay, we can't even go in there, so forget that. Okay, I guess we'll just go right back to Avernum then. Wherever the portal that they have sends us. Okay. Oop, down. No, don't jump off. Alright, let's go in. You immediately recognize what this is. It's a magical portal. It's very small but very intense. It hurts your eyes to look at such a powerful concentration of magic. Looks strong enough to carry someone a long way. Walk into the portal. You step into the portal and immediately feel like you're being torn apart. Waves of energy fling you apart, contorting and straining every joint. Then, when you think you can't stand it anymore, you return to reality. You find yourself in a human building with human furniture, facing several very startled humans. Some look like wizards. The rest look like guards. Fortunately, quick talking keeps them from butchering you. You are bundled off to questioning. Soldiers of Avernum grill you about who you are, where you came from, and what you were doing there. They don't believe a word of what you say until they cast truth spells. Several hours of questioning you leaves them stunned, to say the least. You are given a meal and a bed for the night. The next day you are asked more about the Venati, about their homes and their weapons, and especially about the crystal souls. After a time they tell you that you were in the Tower of Mage. Eventually they finish speaking with you. You are taken to your room and told to stay out of the way while they figure out what to do about the Venati. You are finally home. It would seem, however, that your troubles are only beginning. Well... Oh, coins! Yes, we need coins. Does everyone... Yeah, everyone has pants. Okay. Well, I think we can go out now. Now that you've rested and recovered from your ordeal, you begin to step out and explore the Tower of Mage. Someone has left a note on the door for you. It reads, "Please come and see me in my chambers as soon as possible. They are on the second tier. Madhabi." Okay. Onwards into the Tower of Mage. We will explore everywhere we can. Hello there. You meet a young man in Mage's robes. He walks up and shakes your hands. "I'm Kilner, the Tower Secretary. Glad to see you're up and about." This is one of the men who questioned you after you teleported back. What does the Secretary do? "Right now I'm writing a message to send to Solberg telling him of your exploits among the Venati. As Secretary, I'm the liaison between the Tower and the Avernum government. I write letters, pacify bureaucrats, and pass on orders." What sort of orders? "Occasionally, the bureaucrats have something they need done, which either takes a lot of magic or is near here. Then they tell me about it and stick me with finding someone to do the dirty work, or wet work. So if you ever are in need of a mission, just ask. I'll take any missions you can give me." There is something you can do. There is a serpent cult situated to the northeast. You can slay its high priest, report back to me, and I will put in a word to get you higher clearance. It's the best I can do. Alas, we know little about the cult. What has the cult been up to? Some months ago, a patrol traveling the tunnels to the northeast disappeared. Then another. Spies and magical scrying revealed that a band of renegade slips led by a powerful high priest running some sort of perverse snake temple up there. They're dangerous and we need them removed. Period. Should be easy enough when we get out and do it. Who is Solberg? He's a member of the Triad, but trapped in his tower far to the north. And he's a good friend of mine. I hope this letter can get to him. I'm not allowed to tell you more, I'm afraid. Okay, then. Anything else I can help you with? I'd really like to help if possible. Thanks to your deal with the Venati, you've really become rather important. Have you always been the secretary here? No. Once I was a lowly student. Then the Archmage Linda summoned a powerful demon here. We could hold it, but we couldn't control it. We were all in great danger. I found adventurers and helped them dispatch the creature. As a reward, I was promoted to this post. What happened to Linda? I prefer not to talk of her. She has been taken far away. She's trying to worm her way back into the Tower of Magi, but I'm doing everything I can to prevent it. Giving her a chance to do such harm again would be madness. Yeah, I can imagine. We got a note from someone named Madhabi. She wanted us to come see her. Ah, yes, she was very eager to speak with you. She is of the Triad, the three mages who lead the tower. Her chambers are on the second tier. To get there, leave my office. Walk east to the fountain. Go up the stairs to the north, and then east. Second door on the left. We would like to return to Venati lands. I am not surprised. The portal you arrived through is in the southeast corner of the tower. Message received. Must be some scrolls in here. Historical scrolls. Historical scroll, and nothing. Absolutely no point to that. Couple guards in there. More guards in there. Those are the stairs to the second tier. I want to explore everywhere else first. Unidentified portal to Venati lands. Authorized personnel only. No, I don't need to go back to the Venati lands. And I have a feeling there's a hidden passage over here. Aha, I was right. And what do you know? Potions. Let's see. Energy potion. Give that to Talia. And those all go to Rex. Hopefully we'll actually be able to get some useful... some actual coin now. Ooh. There is a thick book on this pedestal. The thick papyrus pages are covered with dense, strange writing. Try to decipher it. You open the book. As you watch, the words rapidly fade from the page. Soon you are staring at blank paper. You close the book and open it again quickly. The writing is back, but it fades away again. You must not be able to read this book yet. Same thing. Same thing. Okay then, no idea what that is about. Okay. Probably hidden passages over there. Nice to see that the tower looks pretty much the same as it did before, from what I can see so far. There is a wiry human sitting behind the counter. He deftly and effortlessly mixes a variety of bubbling, hissing concoctions. Welcome to my shop. Call me Vincent. What are you cooking? Oh, well, I prepare and sell scrolls and potions. You can buy some if you want. Is it difficult work? Tricky, mostly. But the mages here can't get enough of my work. When an experiment goes wrong, it's my healing potions that help cure the horrible, agonizing damage. It can be difficult to get ingredients, though. Any way we can help? I suppose. Most of the ingredients I can find by myself. However, I really could use a black drake fang. Some rare drakes in the northern islands occasionally grow a single tooth of a material like onyx. Bring one to me and I can help you in return. Oh boy, we're gonna have to choose. Vincent continues to work on his potions. He occasionally shoots you a glance, watching carefully in case you should express an interest in buying something. Yeah, various potions. Thank you, but no thanks. Yeah. So, 2 quests for a drake tooth. Vincent in the Tower of Magi, and a Venati named Lith. Wonderful. A large woman with close-cropped hair and a confident mane sits behind the counter. Books are stacked on either side of her. I am Piglet the Sage. She gives you an imperious look, silently daring you to comment on her name. You don't. Exactly what services do you offer? She makes a small grunting noise, annoyed by the interruption. I sell knowledge. What sort of knowledge do you sell? I can identify items. I can also teach you alchemical recipes, for a cost, of course. My time is valuable. We can get a Grey Mold Salve or Balm of Life. We need the money! We used to be able to buy anything at this point. Now we barely found any loot and we don't have any money. We need to adventure. You must peer over the counter to find the shop's proprietor. He's back there all right, bent over double, lost among piles of items, both treasures and worthless knickknacks. He grins at you. I'm Bradford. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Exactly what do you do? I deal in miscellany, bric-a-brac of all descriptions. My stock changes every day, every minute even. You can purchase something you like or sell me something you don't. You have but to ask. Is there much call for miscellany around here? Down in Avernum, good quality equipment is hard to find. That's why people come to me. I have a good eye for junk. I'll pay a fair price for any of your goods if you know what it is, that is. If you don't know what something is, go find Piglet. She can identify your items. Branford watches you cannily, ready to swoop down upon you when you show the slightest interest in spending money. The dust from all this junk is starting to make you feel like sneezing. Wow, blessed arrows, blessed spear. That really is quite a mess of things. Alright, moving on. Let's see. Ah, the temple. I like that. There's a random guard sitting in the temple, probably praying. You meet an elderly woman in immaculate priest's robes, snowy white hair showering down her back. She wanders around the temple, seemingly hearing divine voices you can't begin to detect. Good day, ma'am. What are your responsibilities in this fine temple? She shakes her head sadly. I watch over this beautiful temple while its younger guardians fight the war. Don't fear, I can give you the same education. I would just prefer that you take part in more quiet contemplation. Contemplating what? When the Empire threw me down here, I thought I would waste away the rest of my years in boredom and squalor. Instead, I began to learn and fight. It is tiring and painful, but I don't mind somehow. But I swear to you, before I die, I would give anything to live in quiet times. Fair enough. Welcome to the Temple of the Pure Light, children. I am Mother Clarice. Can you teach me any priest spells? Yes. Mass healing and mass curing, and sanctuary, divine fire, and control foes. Oh, we need so much coin for this. God damn it. And we can get Move Mountains level 2, and safe travel in a shackled mind. Oh, all these spells. I need money. We are going to be looting a lot of stuff. If we can find the stuff to loot. These are definitely excess barracks. Nobody has been staying back here for a while. If one of you wanted to stay here for a while, this room would make a good temporary home. Now we don't need to leave anyone here. Looks like there's a hidden location over down there, which kind of makes sense. I mean, there was one there before. I'll go take a look. We're not going to go out of the tower right now. I just want to see. Nah, there's nothing hidden up there. I thought there might have been, but I guess not. Okay, let's see. Nothing there, 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 nothing there. There's got to be a way in. In fact, there was someone here just now. Aha! There was a way in. A young mage in the robes of an apprentice looks at you with interest. You ask his name. He traces out the word Elrad with his finger on the wall. What's your job? He points at his robes. Oh, I see. And you can't talk, right? He shrugs resignedly. Then he smiles, bows, and walks away. Yeah, I remember those. The apprentices who can't speak. Ah, and here's someone. There is a highly deranged and disconnected man sitting at the end of the table. Fortunately, he doesn't seem very dangerous. At the moment, he's clearly a tower mage, and his robes are a rich, deep purple. You ask his name. He says, X. Excuse me, what are you researching? He looks around as if looking for spies. Then he turns to you.
I'm looking for a spell that will drop an anvil on someone far away. I'd have it by now if the Triad didn't keep pulling me away.
Dropping anvils on people. Sounds, useful.
I'm still working on it. I may be able to get it someday. Very useful for hurting the Empire, and people I don't like.
He gets angry.
But I keep getting distracted. I keep having to teach people. It's frustrating.
Teaching can be difficult, I suppose. He starts twitching horribly.
It's enough to make me want to disintegrate everybody. Don't worry, not you. Just everyone else.
Really? What spells do you teach? He looks at you angrily.
People want to buy spells all the time. I teach them for the good of Avernum, but damn, it gets to where I have to hide back here to get any work done. You don't want to purchase spells, do you?
He has an erotic gleam in his eye. If you don't mind too much, I want to learn a few spells. Beast Ceremony, Fire Blast, and the 3 arcane spells. So much coin. What is the triad?
There are 3 of us who run the tower, and we like to do it as little as possible. Now go away!
Alright, alright. Jeez, take it easy. We'll leave you be. Alright, let's look around elsewhere. Take a look at this side. You meet a young woman in the robes of an apprentice. She smiles at you quietly. All first-year students in the Tower of Magi are forbidden to speak. Hi there! She almost starts to say something and then stops herself and looks at you with irritation. Can you talk? She looks irritated that you're talking to her. She walks away before you can trick her into saying anything. Okay, bye. Let's see. You meet a mage's apprentice. He walks up to greet you. Welcome, I am Nathan. He is allowed to speak. He must be an advanced apprentice. Come in, sit down. We can talk about goings-on in the world. Okay. So what do you do here? I'm an apprentice here, close to graduation. I can speak and spend my time teaching. It's nice being able to talk. I miss talking so much, but now I can do it now. It's wonderful. I'm trying to get it out of my system before I go to work on research. What are you researching? I was going to go fight, but they decided it would be better if I helped develop new powerful spells and things instead. It's fascinating work. There's a lot I can tell you about it. I probably won't. Not now, anyway, but it's very interesting. I'd like to work on the portal. That would be the most interesting and useful thing, I think. Can you tell me anything about the portal? The portal, yes! They made a big portal, and it's in the tower now, and if you know the right incantation, it can send you everywhere and anywhere in Avernum. We're all talking about it. All of us that are allowed to speak. He suddenly stops, looking nervous. Oh, I think I wasn't supposed to talk about the portal. Don't tell anyone, okay? I'd better go. Sorry, bye! These books are simple instructional texts explaining basic magical concepts. It's all too far below your level to help you. Well, that was interesting, what he told me. Another one of the apprentices. This is one of the Spartan sleeping chambers for the students of the tower. A pallet and a box for their meager possessions are all they have. It's an ascetic life. Ooh, coins. We need the coins. We'll never be able to get any spells without it. Or anything else. Cloak, don't need that. We need to find a good dungeon or something. There was nothing in the Venati lands. Which I guess kind of makes sense. I mean, why would they use the same... I don't know. We haven't had any loot in a while. Wait, no, not pick up. Talk. You meet a young, heavily built woman in Mage's robes. She carries around a shod cavewood staff, but from the way she holds it, you guess that it's more to hit people than for physical support. I'm Kayn. Nice staff. Do you work in the tower? Thanks. I never go anywhere without it. I'm a teacher here. I should be at the front, but there you go. What are you teaching? I drill the youngsters in spells as fast as I can so that they can go fight. I also teach magery to those with the money to buy the knowledge. Can you teach me any spells? She can. She can cast the same kinds of spells, and they're expensive. Damn it all. What's the situation at the front? The Empire has no shortage of mages. I'm working day and night to help even the numbers out. Sometimes I do wish I could go fight. Yeah, I can imagine. This is the Tower of Magi Library. It's the second largest library in Avernum. The largest is in Patrick's Tower to the west. Books are rare in Avernum. This collection is an amazing accomplishment. Alas, the tomes are probably too esoteric to benefit you. Probably. Still, we might find some scrolls or something, and now that I think about it, we can probably sell some of the scrolls we have. Historical scroll. Historical scrolls are not what I'm looking... You know what? There's probably nothing. Fine. Alright. Back up to the north. So we can look around... No, not in there. Not in there. This way. And that's pretty much it there. So all that leaves is the next level. Who was that? Hold on, who was that? You meet one of the tower's mages. She doesn't look pleased that you're bothering her. I am Suzanne. What do you want? What is your job here? I'm supposed to be teaching people to do magical research, tracking down ingredients, alchemy, that sort of thing. I'm very busy. You can help me if you want, or you could leave and let me think about my experiment. What are you experimenting on? Nothing you could understand. Something involving fire lizard eggs, which nobody seems to be able to find. Really need one, that's all. Would you like us to find you a fire lizard egg? You think you can find one? Well, if you bring me a fire lizard egg, I will make it worth your while. Bring it to me and don't let it break. Well, we dropped one back in Vermello. And there were others over there. Private chambers over there. And a storeroom over here. Right. Alright, anything we can take in here? Copper coins. Could use a couple. The dresser contains some of the Archmage Prin's personal effects. There's lots of dust. It must have been away for a while. You find nothing of interest. More coins. The door to the south has a small nameplate on it. It says Madhabi of the Triad. She's the one who left a note for you, asking you to come see her. Alright, let's just speak with her. Hello, Madhabi. You meet a short woman with dark skin and a radiant smile. Her raven black hair disappears into a rich purple velvet robe. She stands to greet you. I am Madhabi of the Triad. It's good to have adventurers here. What do you do here in the tower? My Triad responsibilities in part. I am a member of the Triad. Solberg, X, and I are the three wizards in charge of the Tower of Magi. Currently I am pondering a great threat to Avernum. Where are the other Triad members? Solberg is long absent. Since I am sure that you are loyal to Avernum, I feel safe telling you that he lives in a tower in northeast Avernum. As for X, well, he is a strange fellow. He's hiding out in one of the libraries in the tower. He tends to avoid students. Why is Solberg so far away? Some years ago, a demon took up residence here. Brave adventurers helped us to dispatch it. Solberg hid from it in his tower southwest of Vermello. Once the demon was gone, he tried to return, but Empire assassins trapped him there. I wish he was here. We could all use his wisdom. What force threatens Avernum? The Empire has not destroyed us for one reason. It takes great energy to teleport people down here, but we know now that they are building a mass teleporter to flood us with troops. If it is completed, we are all doomed, every one of us. We need a group of adventurers who can find out where this portal is and how to destroy it. If you are willing, I can help. We will undertake the mission of destroying the Empire teleporter. She looks hopeful. If you are truly serious about destroying this dangerous teleporter, I will help you as best I can. Return occasionally to ask me for help, and I will tell you what I have learned and what I think you can and should do. First, we need to know how to destroy it safely. Portals are unstable and powerful things. Alas, Pern was our expert on such things, and he is away and hidden. However, I can help you find him. When you find him, you can ask him about the portal. What should we do next to destroy the portal? First, we need to know how to destroy it safely. Portals are unstable and powerful things. Alas, Pern was our expert on such things, and he is away and hidden. However, I can help you find him. When you find him, you can ask him about the portal. We will go find Pern. Any idea of where we should look first? He left the tower some years ago, but his bedroom is right next door. She points to the east. He told me that he left directions to find him in his dresser, or on his dresser. He said to see the directions you needed to do this. She makes a quick series of hand motions. You take note of them. Using them, you should get the information you'll need to find him. Alright, that's all. Okay then. This is Pern's dresser. Madhabi told you about it. You make the hand motions she taught you. Sure enough, after a few moments, glowing letters appear on top of the dresser and fade again. They said simply, El-Pit-esque. El-Pit-esque. Chambers of Ostoth. This door is very heavy and very securely locked. The lock is made of feldspar, a strong shiny black stone, and covered with strange and threatening-looking glyphs. Must be magically trapped. You can't get it open. And we shan't try. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. This book lists the creatures contained in the nearby cells. There are basilisks, previously unknown giant bugs, and mobile plant matter. Okay, we will avoid them. This room contains gardening supplies and tools. One of the Tower of Magi's primary claims to fame is that most of the plants that help Avernum survive, including the glowing fungus on the cave walls, were created in the gardens here. Okay. Yes, this is most of the plants and stuff. To Magi Portal and Laboratory. Okay then. You startle an aging magic user lost in thought. He looks very relieved when he sees you aren't about to kill him. You ask his name. He says in a weak voice, Vidrain. Sorry I startled you. Just being jumpy at the moment. Why are you jumpy? He seems to be only half there. Being near the portal does that to you, I'm afraid. And then there's the demons. Demons? Where? After the portal was up for a while, a few demons came through it. They're in there now, and we don't have the strength to get here at the moment to flesh them out. Nothing we can do until we get it. Tell me about the portal. I suppose you have the clearance to know. We have a controllable teleporter. It could be a huge weapon against the Empire. We could send attackers anywhere down here, and maybe even on the surface. Unfortunately, it's not happening yet because using it is tricky. What makes the teleporter tricky to use? He twitches. It works off coordinates, but the coordinates are hard to calculate. You call them out when you step in and you get sent somewhere. But figuring out what to call so you don't end up in solid rock is hard. Have you calculated any coordinates yet? We know a few of them, but not enough to do much at the moment. The coordinates are 3 syllables, each 3 letters long. And then there's those damn demons. Oh boy! No thanks. Venati artifact storage. Magical protection is required. Oh, mind crystal. Can get that identified. Let's see what it actually does. Energy pulse. Energy pulse? The hell is energy pulse? Okay then. The guard stops and questions you as you try to enter. When he finds out that you don't have Magi clearance, he refuses to let you in. You have little choice but to obey. Okay then. Giant lizard. Why are there 2 giant lizards in here? I don't know. That seems to be it, and I guess we need Magi clearance in order to access the teleporter. So that's pretty much everything we can do down here, I guess. So all that's left is to go back out into Avernum and do what we can, I guess. I mean, what are our quests? Let's see. Recover the 3 crystal souls. That'll take time. Couple things in Mancuso. Pern. We need the teleporter. So we need Magi clearance, mainly. We'll explore. We'll see what we can do. You step out of the Tower of Magi and into the familiar air of Avernum. This land is your prison, and it is a terrible place to live in many ways, and yet, strangely, it is a relief to return to it. Now that you are, at last, back on familiar ground, the enormity of the tasks facing you threatens to overwhelm you. It seems that the fate of Avernum is in your hands. The question is whether you are up to the task. There is only one way to find out. Onward. Chapter 4, Crystal Souls. The Venati were clear. If you can help them recover their stolen crystal souls, Avernum will have a new, powerful ally in the fight against the Empire. However, the underworld is an enormous place. You have no idea where to begin the search. You will have to look for signs of Venati activity or magic. This might lead you to find where the crystal souls lie. In the meantime, you can also look for ways to fight the Empire. They are still here, and their leaders are still strong. Who knows what tricks they are planning to defeat Avernum? You may have the skill and connections to find out. You have been through much and traveled far. Yet sadly, your journey is just beginning. And this is the end of the demo. Once I step out of here, I will have seen everything that was available in the demo. And we'll be moving on into unexplored territory. I don't know what I'm going to do first. I think I need to decide whether I try to go back up to Formello to connect up with that, or head over to the castle to try and get Magi clearance. I'm thinking I'll probably go to Formello first and explore everything on the way. Mainly everything in the eastern tunnels, I think. because going back to explored lands would be nice. But I will be doing that in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44. That is Rex, Gary, Tally, and Leah. This has been an Avernum 2 Let's Play, and we need money, and I shall see you all next time.